Samsung might have just pulled off the boldest Galaxy Ultra redesign in years, and it's not just about looks, thinner body, bigger sensors, sharper displays, and possibly the fastest chip we've ever seen in a smartphone. But here's the kicker: the very upgrades that make this phone insanely powerful might also make it the most wobbly flagship Samsung's ever made. Yep, this is where beauty meets bold engineering and maybe a little chaos. Welcome back, viewers! Sam here. If you're into exciting tech leaks, spicy upgrades, and behind-the-scenes Galaxy reveals, don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. So, where do we even begin? The Galaxy S26 Ultra is finally taking shape, and not just metaphorically. Thanks to one of the most trusted leaksters in the game, we now know Samsung is trimming down the Ultra's thickness to around 7.9 mm, possibly even 7.8 mm. That's thinner than the S25 Ultra, thinner than the iPhone 15 Pro Max, and yet somehow it still keeps the S Pen. Magic. Not quite. It's engineering gymnastics. Now here's where it gets even crazier. That slimmer frame. It's making room for a trio of seriously upgraded cameras. The 200MP main shooter isn't going anywhere, but it's reportedly getting a larger aperture, possibly f1.5 or even wider. That means sharper low light shots and smoother bokeh. But Samsung's not stopping there. The 5x telephoto, also getting a bigger aperture. And for the first time in years, the 3x zoom lens is getting a proper spec bump. We're talking about real upgrades across 3 rear sensors in one Ultra model. That hasn't happened in a long time. But all that optical goodness needs space. So what's the trade-off? A pretty noticeable camera bump. Think Fold 7 levels of wobble when it's lying on a desk. Sleek in hand, maybe not so chill on a table. And if this bump gets any bolder, the S26 Ultra might just become Samsung's wobble king. Now let's shift focus literally to the front. The front camera might also get a wider aperture this year. Nothing crazy, but even a small shift can mean better selfies and less noise in indoor lighting. So, both front and back, this phone is clearly gunning for imaging excellence. And speaking of visuals, Samsung is stepping up hard on display tech. The S26 Ultra is expected to sport a nearly 6.9-inch panel with third anti-reflective glass. That's the same ultra clear tech that blew us away last year, but even better now. Sunlight readability, boosted glare, nearly gone. Samsung's also adding a new co-polarizer layer for improved contrast and energy efficiency. That means your screen looks better and sips less power. And under the hood, things are heating up in the best way. The S26 Ultra will rock the Snapdragon 8 Gen 4, a light 2 for Galaxy chip. This thing is expected to push CPU clock speeds to a wild 4.74 GHz and GPU speeds beyond 1.3 GHz. That's laptop level power inside your pocket. Combine that with Samsung's new AI-optimized RAM, and we're talking serious speed, smarter multitasking, and faster on-device AI processing. Speaking of AI, One UI 8.5 is making a comeback, and it's not just a half step. Historically, the 0.5 versions have packed in experimental and bleeding-edge features. Rumor has it we could see next-gen Galaxy AI upgrades, new live translation features, and even early forms of on-device video generation. Some of these features might tie into Google's Gemini, but anything Samsung builds in-house, still free for now. At least that's the promise. And yes, Samsung is still testing the Exynos 2600, but don't worry. That's likely staying far away from the Ultra. Snapdragon lovers, you're safe again this year. Battery-wise, this is where things get even juicier. There's buzz about a bump to 500 mAh. That's right, more juice than ever before. And Samsung is finally unlocking faster charging beyond the long-standing 45W ceiling. Depending on who you ask, it could go up to 60W or even 65W. Either way, that's a noticeable boost, and it's about time. Now let's zoom out for a second, because it's not just the Ultra that's getting love. The full Galaxy S26 lineup with through changes. The base model will keep a 6.2-inch AMOLED screen with HDR Hub 128s and Gorilla Glass Victus 3. Expect a triple cam setup, Snapdragon 8 Gen 4 chip up to 5GB UFS 4.0 storage and Android 16 with One UI 8. All that likely starting around $800 in January 2026. As for the mid-tier model, Samsung might be ditching the Plus name altogether and replacing it with the S26 Edge. It's said to be thinner, have better battery life, and offer a slightly curved display, just like the old Edge days. It'll rock the same chip, similar camera setup, and come in at around $1,000. And then there's the beast, the S26 Ultra. We're talking a 6.89-inch AMOLED display with QHD resolution, 120Hz refresh, Gorilla Glass armor, and possibly the brightest screen Samsung's ever made. There's a punch-hole selfie cam, a powerful quad camera setup up to 1 TB of storage, and the same next-gen chipset, but supercharged. And the whole thing will likely ship with a massive vapor chamber for better cooling, keeping the phone running smoothly under pressure. All this starting around $1,300. So what about size and dimensions? We now have side comparisons of the S25 Ultra versus the S26 Ultra, and the differences are subtle but real. The new model is slightly taller and wider, thanks to slimmer bezels and new waterproofing tech first used in the Flip 7. Despite the larger footprint, the phone actually weighs less. That's wild. Bigger screen, bigger battery, lighter device. Samsung's clearly flexing its design muscles here. And now for the fun part, color options. While we don't have official names yet, leaks suggest we'll see a mix of standard blacks, silvers, and bespoke online-only shades, maybe even a deep green or metallic violet variant, depending on your region. So with all of this coming together, faster chip, smarter AI, powerful cameras, bigger battery, thinner body, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is shaping up to be the phone that redefines the Ultra line again. Not just an incremental upgrade, but a carefully calculated evolution. And here's the cliffhanger: if these upgrades are this aggressive now, what's Samsung holding back for the Fold lineup or the Galaxy S27? Are we going to see under display cameras finally nailed next year? Will Samsung jump to stacked battery tech or hybrid lens arrays? I'll be following every leak, every render, and every insider tip, so stay tuned. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's your favorite rumored feature so far? Are you upgrading, waiting, or just enjoying the chaos? Until next time, take care of yourself, stay curious, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.